Dogecoin has a lot to gain in this bull market, which we are still very much in as crypto prices are recovering tremendously over the last few weeks. Bitcoin got back up to $105,000 and might even be taking out a new all-time high soon. With all these bullish things going on, there is a little concern regarding the Doge name and what's spinning around in the media that I want to share with you guys in this video. But I also want to remind you guys the potential for Doge not just to hit $1, because $1 Doge is only a 5x from here. Thinking about that in a full-fledged bull market where our total market cap increases by trillions of dollars. Right now, the total market cap for cryptocurrency is at about $3.3 trillion. We could see this market get crypto overall to 10, maybe even $20 trillion, maybe even in this bull market. What does that mean for Dogecoin and what are the catalysts ahead for it into 2025, but then even into 2026, 2027, if we do have this super cycle? And pausing on that, I personally struggle to believe in the super cycle. I'm going to go by the 4-year cycles personally until we've basically proven the 4-year cycles are dead, as so many crypto executives are saying. If we do get this super cycle, which I think is a dangerous thing to even talk about, Dogecoin has a lot to gain for it, maybe even going much higher than $2. But for this bull market in general, I think that right now a 10x is $2 for Doge. I think that's going to be achievable. There's an ETF coming. There's a lot to talk about. Let's get into this quick Dogecoin update for you guys and look at some technical analysis on it today. Welcome back. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. This is the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip, and today you've got some of the top trending tokens. Shout out to all the PiCoin holders that were mining some free Pi, but Dogecoin back at the tip of everybody's tongues today, as it is the 4th trending crypto, up just 2% today. But if you look at some of the top gainers, it's not up there right now. You do see Pepe and Dogfat. We do see a lot of meme coins recovering today, but going over to CoinMarketCap, you got to understand that when you're talking about Dogecoin, which is the 8th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, it's up 33% in 7 days. In a full-fledged bull market, a lot of the top coins have potential for a 10x. There's even a world where Solana might be able to 10x in this bull market. And Dogecoin, I think, has that same potential because it is a lower market cap. It has been almost to $1 in the past, and it has a huge backer of support behind it in Elon Musk, who unfortunately actually does bring a little bit of negative headlines to the table for the Doge name. Now, recently, Bill Gates come out and warned about Elon Musk Doge cuts actually causing tragedy on the globe. I think that this is media. Hyperbole. Personally, I understand where, these thoughts come from. But without getting into any of the politics of it, my point in just sharing this article with you guys is there are some people that are going to agree with this. And this could actually hinder the pumpability for Dogecoin potentially. In the long run, do I think that this narrative is going to stick? Do I think that the Department of Government Efficiency is going to be around forever? I don't think it is. I think it's a trend thing right now. And certainly with this, there's going to be some people that just inherently are going to hate Dogecoin on this. And there's going to be some people that love it even more because they want to support the Department of Government Efficiency. This is just a unfortunate or fortunate bit of media spin that's going to be going around surrounding the decisions from the Department of Government Efficiency. But it's not the most important thing for Dogecoin to think about. I think the most important thing to think about with Dogecoin is that a Dogecoin ETF approval is likely in 2025. We're looking pretty good. I mean, the SEC is certainly more friendly than it used to be with Gary Gensler. Now that we have this new pro-crypto head of the SEC is now going to settle its lawsuit with a $50 million fine any day now. We're just waiting from the official stamp of approval and final verdict from Judge Torres in the XRP case. Things are looking up with the SEC and regulation. Dogecoin ETFs are coming in 2025, and this is the first meme coin ever to get a ETF to actually go live, a spot ETF to go live here in the US. The Polymarket odds are right now at 67% chance, and Bloomberg is predicting a 75% chance. Yeah, I would agree that I think this is coming, and I think it's coming soon. And a lot of people are starting to pay attention to meme coins again. There are some low cap memes that might not make it back, folks, though a lot of them are. And for us to sit here and think that Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Pepe, which are all listed at the top of this headline that I'm bringing to you right now, these are the three biggest memes in all of crypto. Dogecoin in particular has an ETF coming. It has a friend in Elon Musk, as does Pepe. And I think that all three of these coins have a tremendous amount of upside. I wouldn't be surprised if all of these coins 10x'd in this bull market. Dogecoin definitely going to be the hardest to do it because of its market cap size, but it does have an ETF coming that the others don't. And there is a world where I think a lot more people are focused on the big coins right now because the downward movement that we've had on some of these alts. But at some point, I do think that altcoin season is going to hit us. Right now, we actually do, if you take a peek at Bitcoin dominance, we do see Bitcoin dominance coming down a little bit. When we see that happen, typically we're going to get a big pump for altcoins, and that's exactly what we've gotten. From the bottom of this trend line, Dogecoin has already had a beautiful 78% pump. If you go to the top of the wick, it's already 2x'd in just a short, less than a month. It's a 2x in less than a month. So can it 10x the remainder of this bull market? Well, if our total market cap starts to capture, the globe's attention and people start getting into crypto, and we do have hedge funds like so many and asset managers like BlackRock and many others that are getting into this space, they're going to push the total market cap higher for Bitcoin, for crypto, and a lot of these ones that have an ETF, and Dogecoin does have an ETF coming. So if we do start to see, and I've got some trend lines drawn at 10 trillion, let's just pretend we go to $10 trillion. You're looking at the total market cap going about 3x from here, okay, guys? A 3x for total market cap from here is probably going to be somewhat around, a 2 to 3x for Bitcoin. But for altcoins, especially altcoins that have been underperforming versus Bitcoin, there is a big surge yet to be seen. If I can just go over to Doge versus Bitcoin, I actually want to take a peek at this with you guys. It's been a while since I've looked at this chart. Dogecoin versus Bitcoin is way down from where we were in December. And just to get back up to Dogecoin's previous highs, you're looking at a 122% gain versus Bitcoin just for it to get past its previous highs from November. And honestly, in this bull market, I wouldn't be surprised to see Dogecoin surpass its previous high versus Bitcoin, which is a 4.7x from here versus Bitcoin. And like I said, I think Bitcoin could easily 2x in this bull market. A lot of people are calling for $150,000 Bitcoin, maybe even before the end of Q2, with just a short 1.5 months left for that to play out. Bitcoin could go above $200,000 if that happens and altcoins start cooking against Bitcoin. Looking at what Dogecoin's done in the past, there is tremendous upside for this coin. A 10x, I think, should be easy for Doge, and we might even be able to see a 20x to $2. This is something that I'm personally optimistic for. Looking at, Doge just getting back to its previous all-time high, that's a 2.57x from here. Why isn't that back up to that 80-cent level that Dogecoin's gotten to in the past? Well, because it is an inflationary token, which has held it back from really being able to be at its previous price. When it gets to its previous market cap, it's not actually going to its previous price highs, but that's just due to the inflationary nature of it. The big thing at the end of the day is it popular? Are people buying it? And is there enough money to come into this thing that is going to move the market cap? And with an ETF, if you remember what happened with the Bitcoin ETF, and now you're looking at Ethereum pump because it also has an ETF, and it's looking like Bitcoin dominance is coming down, maybe a hint towards a potential altcoin season coming over the next few months. Ethereum, Dogecoin, the coins that aren't Bitcoin that have ETFs that are coming down the pipeline or that are already in place have a lot to gain for it. I'm very bullish on Dogecoin. I think it's a slam dunk for this bull market. If you want to do some trading for yourself, you can sign up for Blowfin. You can trade Dogecoin there, Pepe, all your favorite memes if you want to check it out. I got a sign up link for you down below, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus. I am very bullish on Dogecoin. In the short term, looking at maybe what we're going to see for Doge, I do want to peek at some potential support, resistance, and kind of what we're looking at here. My support for my worst case scenario for Doge right now is going to be down to 16.3 cents. We've held this very, very well. Do I think we come back down there? Only if Bitcoin slips back down below 100K would we see Dogecoin revisit these levels. But right now, Bitcoin is on a rally. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin maybe retest 100K. But right now, it looks like it just wants to keep going up. Look at the weekly candle trend for Bitcoin. We have a lot of momentum in the crypto space. We have a lot of momentum for total market cap for Bitcoin and for Dogecoin right now. And frankly, things are looking pretty darn good. For trading, you know, guys, you could be seeing some potential support as we kind of had these wicks up here and maybe bounce off support off of these daily candle closes back from March of 2024. Potentially looking at a long somewhere around these daily candle closes here, or these daily candles kind of within this range. Anywhere from 22 to maybe 20 cents could be a good area for a lower leverage long, as Dogecoin wants to chase some of these new highs. And I think, guys, personally, $2 Doge is on the table in this bull market. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. That's all I have for you on this Dogecoin update. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, DCA at HODL. And of course, my friends, I'll see you in the next one. I got 2 videos here if you want to check them out. I'll see you next time, folks. Peace.